and welcome back to another video. And yes, the title is correct. We are doing this yet again. You might be wondering, why do I keep doing this to myself? I guess I don't know. I like torturing myself.
Oh, hell no! Hell no!
No, it's not really a torture of some sort. I just like having fun with things like this. And so if you read the title of the video, you already know we are doing $5 commissions. You may be wondering, what exactly does this entail? Now, if you guys have watched my $2 video, you know that basically what happens is for 24 hours, I opened $5 headshot commissions. Now, these are timed commissions. That means I'm only spending a max time of 4 hours on each one, unless, let's say, I'm streaming and I'm just yapping the entire time because I have a problem with yapping, which is a lot of the times when I'm editing these videos, I have to edit them down because I yap. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just yapping. So yeah, I spend a maximum of 4 hours of each one. So basically the piece might be done before the 4 hour mark, or it could be not so done at the 4 hour mark. That's kind of what you get when you gamble with me. But for the most part, I think every single one I've done so far has been finished. Probably not as finished as I would like in my personal work, but finished as I'm happy with them to present them to the customer. Now, the minimum is $5, but they could pay more if they wanted to. So it doesn't matter if they paid more than $5, which I am internally grateful if they do. But I make sure that I spend equal effort on every single one so that every single one gets the same treatment. So this is a disclaimer. I do not recommend you guys doing this because time is money. Please always remember that. This is not a video telling you that you need to lower your prices in order to get commissions. This is just me doing this for fun because sometimes I have art block or I just want to give back. So again, time equals money. If you'd like to do this for fun, go ahead, but I would say only open 3 to 4 slots so that you don't burn yourself out. So I do want to say, artists, please do not devalue your work. You are worth every single penny, okay? So I want to clarify that again. Do not devalue your work. Do not do as I do, okay? But besides that, this is kind of a mix. So I opened some slots in May and then I opened some slots in June. So this is kind of like a mix of them. I think in total I got 6 or 7 and I didn't burn myself out this time. So do not worry, guys. So yeah, grab your snacks, relax, maybe do a little bit of drawing with me, and let's get into the video. So this first OC's name is Comet. The client wanted a mischievous look with the tongue out with a little small wink. I love doing those personally, so this one was kind of a breeze. I think the only thing was the hair. That one was a slight challenge because their style is so simple that there wasn't a lot to go on, and I didn't want to do like just a flat color because my style is not, I don't know if it's detailed or not. I don't know if you'd call it detailed, but it's more rendered out. I thought it was gonna look weird. Though I did really like this hairstyle. It was unique. I don't see too many hairstyles like this, but I don't know. I really adored it. I thought it was really cute for the character. Getting the sketch out for this was super easy. And then I decided to try to color pick myself. Just to see how close I can get to the colors. I think the only one I kind of got right was the orange, but everything else was a little bit too dark. So I went in and I just like to color pick from the character sheet because I want to make sure I get their colors correct. And then if I want to do like a different lighting, then I'll go ahead and I'll change it and things like that. But mostly I just want to make sure that I'm getting the colors correct for the character so that they look as close to the reference as possible. So I do want to say that this commission was $10. the hour and 20 minutes up there is I had to stop because I was streaming this, and so I wanted to remind myself how much time I had left. So whenever I went back to do the hair, I went ahead and I contacted the client because I wanted to make sure that at least I kind of got the hair texture correct, and they said that it was like fluffy and soft like a cloud. So I was trying to translate that the best I could, like make it look soft. So I just started doing a bunch of shapes in there, and I was just playing with it just to see what I could get in my head to make it look as close as possible. And I think I succeeded on that front. But what I used to do commissions, I got this question last video, or not last video, but last, you know, the $2 video. So I use a thing called Ko-fi or Kofi or Coffee. I don't know. It's something like that. I probably say it wrong all the time, but that's what I typically use. And they're kind of just a middleman. It's just like a place to put your commissions. So basically you can tell them how many slots you want on that commission or overall, and it would basically kind of monitor that for you. If you have any extra stuff like extra characters, you can put a cost on that. So things like that. They don't really handle refunds or anything like that. That kind of just goes through whatever your payment method is. So PayPal, or I think there's another one, I just can't remember. But they're just a platform to post those commissions on. So they also have like a shop option where you can open your own shop and post stickers and prints and things like that. I do think they take like a small percentage of your earnings, which any a platform like this is going to do that. Like Etsy takes a small percentage of each sale. I believe it does the same. I just don't remember how much it is. This is not like a sponsorship, by the way. I just wanted to tell you guys what I use because that was a question that I got. So yeah, this is exactly what I use. I used to have a shop on Etsy, and I was thinking about doing commissions through there, but then I saw this website and a lot of my art friends had it, so I was like, why not? And I've only had good experience with it, and it's not just for like shops or anything. You can use it as social media. Not too many people use that, or you could just use it as a tip jar if that's something that would float your boat more better. So yeah, now I'm finishing up the hair, and I think I really like this texture, and the client really liked it, so I think we did a really great job with this one. So for this next one, their name is Celine. I hope I said that right. They are part of the client's Dungeons and Dragons villain campaign. I don't play D&D a lot, but you know, I like it. It's fun. I played it once, like physically, and then of course you have like the games that are kind of like D&D. But yeah, so I did a couple of thumbnails to choose what I wanted, and they wanted like a yelling or glaring expression, so I wanted to do something with a yelling expression because I thought that would be so cool, because it gives me a chance to practice my expressions, which I don't get to do a lot. I had so much fun doing this, like a crazy amount of fun, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I wanted this to take up the whole canvas, so I decided to go with the top right one. My workflow is that I take a thumbnail, and then after I take the thumbnail, I do another sketch that's more of like a guideline. So you'll have your circle and your plus and like whatever your body shape is, and then I go in with a more redefined sketch, and that's usually like my line work. And then I'll do my flat colors, I'll do the shadows, I'll do the lights, and then once I get to like something that I like, even if it's kind of rough, I'll start rendering on top of that for the finished product. That's just kind of how my workflow is. Sometimes I don't always follow it. Sometimes I'll put the shading just for the skin, and then for the hair, maybe it's something super rough or nothing at all, and I'll start to go ahead and render. It's kind of like whenever my brain tells me it's go time, then it's go time. But I really had fun with this one. I think this is the funnest one just because I got to practice a different emotion than what I usually do, and I loved how I did the rendering for this, like the lighting and everything. And honestly, I had fun with this hair. I think maybe because I didn't show like too much of it. I think the only thing I had a problem with was with the braid, because I can't draw braids. if that wasn't evident enough from my art fight video, but I tried my best, and that's what matters, trying your best. And then I decided to start blocking out the lighting, and so I did the whole color everything in gray and then erase where the lighting would go, and I felt like that helped a lot. So I'm starting to use that a lot in my process. I just have to get a little bit better at it, but I think it helped a lot with conveying the emotions that I need to convey with this piece. I know there was a lot of concerns about like me doing this and what this means for other artists and stuff like that, but this is not the go ahead of you for you to do this. I'm strictly doing this for fun, to give back, and I'm not saying that if you don't do this, you're not showing appreciation. Everyone shows their appreciation to their community in a unique way. I do work a full-time job among trying to put content out for you guys, so I do have like not as much time, but there are times where I don't know what to draw. I have art block and I can't figure out what I want. Maybe there's not a draw this in your style challenge, maybe there's not a challenge I have in mind. So that's how I came up with this thing. I felt like it would be great to do this for fun, to give back, to also have a little pocket change or whatever. Just so please do not feel pressured after seeing this video to go and do this or lower your commissions, because this is not what this video is about. It's about me just having fun and doing a challenge for myself and seeing how much I can get done in 4 hours, what my art looks like, and if I can maybe faster workflow. I just want to give another clear warning, because there were just like concerns in that video. But yeah, so I wanted to add some saliva because I know when people get like really angry and they're yelling or they're enraged, like there's that spit that comes out when they're talking. So I thought that would be really cool to do. And then the hair was really interesting because, like I said, I actually had really fun with this hair other than the braids. But like, since the side of her head was shaved, I had to figure out how like the shaved part, like the shape of the head would be, because I don't usually do heads like that. So I wanted to make sure that it looked correct because I was nervous that it was gonna look weird. And then I made the eyes red because I saw in one of the references the eyes were red when they were raging out. So I thought that would be cool to add because the eyes were gray, but I wanted to help depict that fury even more with the red eyes. And overall, I really did enjoy this piece. I think this one was like my top 2026 piece, and I can't believe we are so close to the end of 2026. It's crazy. It's already August. It's insane how fast that this year is going by. So the client paid $15 for this one, so that means currently we are at $25. And then the armor was really interesting to do too. You don't see too much of it, of course, but like in the initial like references, it was so detailed, and I try to get as detailed as I can because obviously I was running out of time with this. I mean, my flow state was really nice with this. I will say I got a lot more done than what I thought I was gonna get, but the flow state was really nice. And I don't know, I enjoy like monochromatic things, so the fact that the armor was red it made everything so much easier. So for the next one, we have this cute little snow doe from the client, and they wanted an Ito Blah, which comes from You're Under Arrest. I've never seen it before, but I do remember the meme. So there's that.
だって夏美も知らないって言ったし、そうするとあーえっと
And speaking of a monochromatic, which I mentioned in the last one, this one was just that, and I think that's why it went by so fast, because I was working with such a limited color palette. And I honestly like when that happens, because my brain doesn't feel like it's overloading with information, and I'm not having to worry about whether or not this shading or lighting looks correct on this color, and how can we make sure that it looks cohesive throughout the drawing. It's just like everything is already in the same color family, so it's really easy for me to just pick one shade, and it kind of just runs very nicely throughout the whole entire drawing. But yeah, I feel like this one went by so fast when doing it, and I love this character. Like, it was so cute. I think the one thing I would change though is I would definitely make the arms longer, or I would make it take up the entire canvas. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. Maybe it just, at the time, it made more sense to make it more floaty. I don't know why, but that's kind of like my one regret. I really liked how the face came out for this one. I wasn't too sure if it kind of matched the reference, but I mean, I think it worked out really good. I just kind of wish I don't know. I just kind of wish I made it the whole entire canvas than a floating head. I think it would have looked way better if I did that. So I did want to take the time to mention that I did add a new tier to my Patreon, where basically it is a monthly sketch tier, which you can get art that looks like this and this and this. It's kind of similar to what I'm doing now. The only difference is it's only one color. And then alongside that, you'll get access to polls, a Discord role, monthly wallpapers, and of course, a thank you at the end of my videos. So I just wanted to throw a little bit of a self-promotion in there. Other than the occasional, if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe. If I had to say what the biggest trouble with this drawing was the hands and making them look good, but also like in the reference. I probably should have took like a reference shot of myself doing this pose so that the hands would have came out way better. I think I was just relying on the simple forms of the reference itself, and I should have just took up my own reference picture, which is always good to do that. If you ever need, if an angle doesn't make sense to you, take a picture of yourself and just use that. Honestly, that is like you're gonna be your best friend when doing art. So for this one, the client paid $25, so that means we are currently at $50. For this next OC, I'm probably going to butcher this name, and if I do, I apologize. Kara Boss. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I'm looking at the pronunciation on Google, so I apologize if I said that wrong. I know the person who commissioned this has commented on my videos before, so if you see this, go ahead and feel free to correct me down in the comments just so everyone knows what your OC's name is. I want to say they gave me free range for this one, which I did appreciate because they kind of gave me their background. So like she's the adopted daughter of a witch and a fae, that she loves entertainments and parties and making cocktails, and she can turn into a dragon. So I'm just saying that if you have like a reference of that and I have these open again and you ever decide to commission me again, that would be something I would like to draw. Or if you have like a draw this in your style challenge and it so happened to be a dragon, I would love to do that. I want to practice more animals. Well, technically it's not an animal, it's maybe a lizard. Well, it's more of a mythical creature, but still I want to practice those types of creatures because I don't know, I just feel like that's just something like that's kind of a knowledge I can file away for, I don't know, whatever use I might want to do in the future. So for the pose, I decided to go with this soft look, but I felt like it just seemed right for the character. I also enjoy being able to practice on different noses because I feel like that's also really important so that my characters don't have like the same face syndrome. Not saying there's anything wrong if that's how your art style is. There's nothing wrong with that. People might tell you otherwise, but I mean, hey, do what you love doing. But for me, as someone who wants to go in game design and also wants to be up in character design, it's really important that you can tell the difference between my characters. So having like reference, like a character reference, I don't have to like guess on the nose or do a generic nose, is really like helpful to me. I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Color palette for this character is amazing. I feel like these reds and these greens, they really bring out her skin tone so well. And I don't know, I just doing the brows was so satisfying. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the color of the brows, but like this color of red is so satisfying. I really don't know. It itches like a part of my brain. This whole color scheme, it mwah, just mwah. Like there's nothing else I can say about it. I don't know which one's my favorite one out of all these. I'm gonna say all these OCs were terrific. I love drawing them. Like you guys are amazing. I just want to say that, like, your art and your brain and all that, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I want to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to draw your character in my style. For this one, the client paid $7. That means we are currently at $57. So we're ending the last one on a very good note because I get to draw a demon girl. And as you guys know, I love drawing demons. So this is their persona. I'm not going to butcher their name. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the screen so you guys can read it just in case you're curious. But from what I get is that she loves drawing and she loves sweet treats. Same girl, same. They didn't really give me a certain pose that they wanted. So I had a lot of free liberty with this piece, and I decided to go with like this cute little, she's blowing a kiss at you. It was something that was going to be outside my comfort zone, so something I'm still practicing with, like angles, but I didn't do a great job. And what I mean by that is I kept messing up the nose. I don't know how I kept messing that up, but I kept messing it up. So that's just something I'll have to practice in the future, is doing different angles of noses. Especially if I'm gonna have like something that's detailed and not just like my simple noses, or like how the anime noses are where they're not too detailed. And in case I didn't mention it before, my favorite color is purple, and the majority of this character's colors were purple. So this was right up my alley. I do want to say that I'm kind of sad I didn't get to put a lot of detail in the bow, but that was because I was already running out of time due to me taking so long on redoing the nose over and over and trying to figure it out until I was really happy with it. So towards the end of the video, I just kind of put the detail on there really quick. I don't think it came out bad, but if I had to go back and do something, it'd probably be to put a lot more detail into the bow. I would also like to say I really like how this eye came out. I already don't put too much detail when it comes to like doing my own personal work when it comes to eyes, and that's something I definitely want to fix in the future because I want to get into rigging. I'm not sure how long I'll keep this hyper fixation on it. Probably not that long. Maybe when I do one rig, I'll be good. It'll calm the itch, but I've been wanting to do it because I've been seeing so many eye rigs on my algorithm that I just want to try it out. And for me to do that, I need to make my irises like my eyes just more detailed, which I do have like a practice one already that I want to work with, but I just haven't downloaded the actual the rigging program. I cannot remember what it's called. But I mean, I don't know. I'm like, it's probably just some hyper fixation that I have for only the moment, and then it's gonna go bye-bye and I'm gonna be stuck with whatever program I have on my computer. So I'm trying to see if it dies down or if it's just like a continuous itch like art has been in general for me. One of the things I definitely need to look at more is white haired characters, because I think I struggle with the highlights the most because the hair is already pretty white, and then you have to add a highlight on top of that. And for this one, it was kind of like an off white. It wasn't completely white. It was like an off purplish white. But like with other characters, I do run into that wall, and it's something that I just need to figure out how to do. So doing studies and looking at other people, how other people go about it, is probably the best way to look at it. I made the highlight, but I put this weird purple ring around it. I'm not sure how I like it. I think the piece came out beautiful. Do not get me wrong, but I don't know if that was the right choice. So I have to do more hair studies. I've been kind of procrastinating on it, that and backgrounds. But this whole thing has been an entire adventure, and I want to thank everybody who has supported me so far and who has subscribed. You guys keep me going. I know I probably say this in every single video, but it's because of you I'm able to do these things. So thank you. For this one, the client paid $10, so our final number is $67. And that's gonna do it for this video. I honestly had fun drawing every single one of these, and I always have fun drawing other people's characters. So this being a bit of like a 4-hour challenge kind of adds on top of that, because it has helped with my workflow immensely. Like I think this has been a positive. I haven't had a bad experience once, so thank you to everyone who has been patient with me and everyone who has bought a commission slot. I do appreciate that. And if you're looking to get a commission yourself whenever I do have these $5 challenges, because I will have more, you can always follow me on any social media, and I tend to post when those go live. And if there's any other challenges that you guys want me to do, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. I'm kind of down for anything. I think the next one someone said to do was to do double my state's minimum wage, or make my comms the highest that I can make it, just to see who bites. Someone suggested I do $5, so that's why this video actually came about. So I think those would be interesting, but if you have any other challenges you want to see me do, go ahead and leave them in the comments. What do you guys think? Do you think all these were worth the prices that the clients paid? But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Welcome to the age of distraction, where the follow count king, where we lacking on queens, where you follow someone because they follow someone who actually follows their dreams. Damn, I'm bitter as fuck. I should probably change, but I'm so stuck in my ways. Please, soda, sing.